Why did my date ghost me after the perfect first date? The best first date I've ever had was about to end, but then I thought, wait, I'm an adult, and it's Saturday night, so I did something I never do. Do you want to come up? I asked when we reached my building. Watch a show? Keep hanging out? When he asked if this was what the kids call Netflix and chill, I smiled and said something like that. We were laughing the whole way up the stairs. Inside, I grabbed blankets and started setting up the couch while he found snacks in my kitchen. So, what do you want to watch? He asked. You can tell a lot about a person based on what kind of shows they watch. I laughed and grabbed the remote. Well, I'm obsessed with Law & Order, SVU. That's my go-to. Oh, I looked over at him. You mentioned you love crime shows. Have you watched this one? Yeah, once, he said quickly. Didn't really like it. Really? It's seriously my favorite show. He got this look, just for a second, like I'd said something deeply weird, but he tried to cover it with a smile that didn't quite land. Cool, he said, suddenly very interested in his phone. Actually, I just remembered I have this thing early tomorrow morning. We literally just sat down. It's Saturday. Yeah, early. Work thing. I watched him practically sprint out of my apartment. The whiplash was insane. I stood in my doorway, mentally replaying everything. What changed? The chemistry was real. I wasn't imagining that. Maybe he really had to take a shit and didn't want to use my bathroom on the first date, or maybe he was secretly married. I texted him that night and again the next day, keeping it casual. But by day 3 with no response, I got the message. First time getting ghosted, and I was bummed because this guy was awesome. But apparently fate had other plans, because 2 weeks later, I ran into him at Target. Literally ran into him. My cart clipped his by the produce section, sending an avocado rolling across the floor. We both rose, bent down for it at the same time, nearly knocked heads. Hey, he said. Hey, the chemistry was still there. I could feel it humming in the space between us, and the way his eyes lit up told me he felt it too. We stood there like idiots in the middle of the produce section until someone's cart needed to get past us. 5 minutes later, we were getting coffee again at the same place, and he was apologizing for being weird about the whole thing. He didn't explain what weird meant exactly, but his smile was genuine this time. Somehow I agreed to give it another shot. When we got back to my place, I settled onto the couch and pulled up Netflix. So, ready to pick up where we left off? SVU? That look flashed across his face again. That same weird micro expression from the first date. But this time he just nodded, settling onto my couch like he was bracing himself. Sure, yeah, let's watch it. He tensed during the opening credits, but relaxed once the episode started. Asked questions about the characters, got invested in the case. By the end, he wanted to watch another one. Over the next few weeks, it became our thing. Every weekend, we'd order takeout and marathon episodes. He was surprisingly into it, made predictions about who the perpetrator was, got genuinely mad when Benson and Stabler almost kissed but didn't. Normal boyfriend stuff. But there were moments, little moments where he'd look confused by something, or seem surprised by the plot direction. Once he asked why they kept focusing on regular crimes, and I laughed thinking he was joking. He laughed too, but it sounded forced. 6 weekends in, we'd made serious progress through the series. Season 5, episode 19. I grabbed the remote and hit play, already reaching for the leftover Thai food. The episode opened with a woman rushing into the precinct. I need to report a crime. My daughter's been assaulted and she's pregnant. Stabler looked up from his desk. How old is your daughter? She's 22. Ma'am, your daughter is an adult. She can file her own report. The woman's face crumpled. Please, just come meet her. I felt him tense up next to me, so I glanced over and he was staring at the screen like he'd seen a ghost. On screen, Stabler approached the young woman sitting in the hallway. She sat with her head down, hair covering her face. I'm Detective Stabler. She looked up. Down syndrome. My boyfriend grabbed the remote and paused it. This, he said slowly, his voice strange, is the only episode I've ever seen. I blinked at him. What? This exact episode. This is the only one. He turned to me and I could see him fighting between mortification and laughter. The show is called Special Victims Unit. I stared at him. Yeah, so I thought. He covered his face with his hands, words muffled. I thought the whole show was about crimes against people with disabilities, special victims, like special needs. My brain completely short-circuited. You thought all 20+ seasons were about crimes against the handicapped. He was laughing now too, the kind of laughter that comes from pure embarrassment. That's why I bolted. You wanted to Netflix and chill to hundreds of episodes about disability crimes. I lost it. Full gasping, can't breathe, tears streaming down my face, laughter. You thought I was some kind of disability crime show enthusiast. Yes. 5 years later, we're married. And no, he still hasn't lived it down.